Ooh, I got lost in that one. Remember that when you play a recorder or any instrument, one of the things that's expected is that you can play blazingly fast. It's unfair. That's the expectation. The cool thing about it is it doesn't have to be really hard to sound sophisticated. Remember, take hard out of your vocabulary. Difficult. It's out. You want to use the word sophisticated. Simple things, relatively simple things, can sound sophisticated. I don't know if I'm addressing a vocalist or an instrumentalist. If you're in early childhood or elementary, you're probably a vocalist. Those individuals tend to work in the early grades. If you're an instrumentalist, this will all be a review. When we play single notes, we tongue each note. And remember, it's a do, 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 just a do. Your tongue is touching just behind your teeth. Do, 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 do. Imagine a stream of water coming out and your tongue is simply breaking the stream of water, but it continues. When you put your hand through a stream of water, garden hose, the hose doesn't stop, it merely breaks the stream. All right? Here's an idea. You're outside and you're trying to figure out something, blah, 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 blah. You get a water hose going when it's not a drought. You get a water hose going and you make a pattern, right? All you have to do is break it and there will be a stream of water this long that goes and it'll change. But you can make a pattern of lengths just like pattern of sound. Anyway, just an idea. So we're taking this air, we're tonguing to break it up to make individual notes. This is called single tonguing. Do, 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 do. Just practice that a little while. Do, 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 do. You can only single tongue so much, so quickly. And then you have to break into double tonguing. And double tonguing is the syllable for instrumentalists. It's usually Tukka, Tukka. Practice that a couple times, it's right there. Tukka. The K is using the back of your tongue. The ta is using the front. Tukka, 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 digga, 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 digga. Say digga. Say digga. G. G is a little bit further towards the teeth. A K is farther back on the tongue. Anyway, dugga, 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 dugga. Say that a few times, right? Dugga, 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 dugga. All right. Now, we're going to add it to the instrument. And we're going from simple to complex. We're going to start with something that we know really, really well. One note, let's make it E. Right? Dugga. That is just da, 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 right? So we are wanting to go dugga, dugga, dug. That was dugga. It's going to take some time, just practice. Now just single tongues. Listen. Notice the quality of those notes. There's a crisp beginning of every note. And when I use the ga, it's a little bit fuzzy. Not really fuzzy, but you get the idea. It's not quite as clean. There's a trade-off. If you single tongue, it's going to be crisp. If you use the double tongue, it's going to be a little bit more muddy, unless you're really, really good, which very few people are. Da ga da ga da. And it helps if you go a little bit faster. Let's try this. This is going to be 8. We're not going to do 4. We're going to do twice that. Remember, music is in multiples of 2, but it's exponential. You don't have 1 of something, you always have 2. And you don't have 2 of something, we always have 4. And we don't have 4 of something, we always have 8 to 16, 32, 64, 128. Sounds like a computer. STEM, go figure. Anyway, as an aside, classic songs, well, not classic, but songs, pop songs, that like a country ballad, is 32-bar song form. So there's a verse for 8, there's a verse for 8, there's a bridge for 8, and then there is a verse for 8. 32, go figure, life goes on. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now I'm going to use that same tempo and go da ga da ga da ga da ga. Here I go. It's kind of sloppy, but you get the idea. It's got da ga da ga da. So you're continuing the da 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 ga da ga da ga da ga. So basically this is going to be your tongue. Let me put that down. So it's going to be bum 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 5, 6, 7, 8. Your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth. This is the top of your mouth, right? And your teeth are hanging right there. Your teeth are hanging here, and your tongue is just hitting right there, right? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like that. Your tongue is going back and forth. Ta da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga. Anyway, can't look and do 3 or 4 things. That's what's happening. One more time for me. Well, I'll start on G. Now we'll keep going on E. Okay, one of the reasons I think we should have gone with G is because it's harder to break into the octave, because it's shorter. If you have all your fingers down, you can overblow so much easier. It's harder to overblow on this note than it is on a lower note like E. Okay, here we go. Here's the G. It wasn't that da-ga-da-ga-da, wasn't that steady. It was a little bit, but that's a muscle thing. That's a motor thing. I just practice. You just got to practice, like your fingers. Remembering what a G is, a B flat is, remember your bad fingers. Anyways, just practice, all right? Here it is in practice. Let us do a song that we know, Ode to Joy. Here's where you can play a simple song really coolly, because it sounds cool. And it's one note, Johnny one note. Uh-oh, gotta start playing on B, right? B. Here I go. The problem is your tongue starts to wear out, all right? Okay, I'm messing up there, because if I just play it normally, here's what it's gonna sound like. And the reason is because I'm really not thinking, I'm just letting my fingers do what they've memorized. All right? When I add a rhythm, I have to think about the length of the note so I get enough little notes to take up the space of the note. And that takes more thinking. All right? This sort of metacognition that I'm doing with you is something you need to do with your children. That's why being perfect is not a good idea. If you're making mistakes in front of kids, then you have something to talk about because they're going to make mistakes. All right, here it is. When you're making up your own little melodies, you can have lots of one-noters, and it sounds really kind of nice. This is a new melody using these notes. Oh, hear that? Hear how it's not so good? It's because there's moisture, there's spit, right there. So I'm going to put my finger right there, and it's going to blow all of that moisture out, spit, and it'll be a better sound. See how much better that was? So it starts to get all, put your finger there and just blow, and then you'll, anyway, you get it. All right. I am going to just play those 6 notes, okay? If you, your tongue's gonna wear out, so don't tongue a lot. But it has to be that dum diggy 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 dum diggy diggy diggy. So the steady beats like this. Yum diggy 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 dum diggy 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 dum diggy 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 dum diggy diggy. If you cannot dum diggy diggy dum, then you're not gonna be able to play it. All right. Maybe what you should do is take a song that you know, like let's take Bingo. Bum 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 bum. Okay, you got it? Now we're going to just add some digga-does to it. Bum, bum, biggy-dum, biggy-dum, bum, 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 biggy-dum, biggy-dum, bum, biggy-diggy-dum, bum, biggy-diggy-dum, biggy-diggy-dum, bum, biggy-diggy-dum, biggy-diggy-dum, bum, biggy-diggy-dum, bum, bum, biggy-dum, bum, bum, bum. And now that I have done the work and my brain and my voice have done the bum and the diggy, that's simple. Now let's add complex. All right, simple to complex. Do all this dum diggy dig, dum dum diggy dum. That's sort of improv, it's a variation. So much of improv is a variation of something we already know. All right? Basically, that's language. Every word that I'm speaking to you, I have said before. Maybe not in that order, but in some order. Gets back to Chomsky, who says that there is a creative aspect to language where you can create sentences that no one's ever heard. Right? No one's ever heard and no one's ever spoke. Spoke? Said. Whatever it is. You get the idea. All right? Practice in your voice, then transfer it to the instrument with a digga 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 digga. Diggum. What is that? Sugar Smacks? I'm not plugging cereal, but diggum. That's all for now. Take care. Bye-bye.